The philosopher Edmund Burke once said, to love our country should be lovely. Now, I think what Burke is getting at is he was making the point that while we love our country in part because it is ours, I mean, we love our country sort of for the same reason we love our kids, they are ours. But at the same time, our kids can be sometimes unlovable. And the same can be true of one's country. And I was thinking about all this in the wake of the July 4th holiday. The Democrats were promoting an event in Arizona, which was literally called F the Fourth. And the event was evidently put on by some women's group, the Tucson Women's March, but it was being promoted by the Pima County Democratic Party. And then when Republicans got a hold of it and said basically, look how anti-American these people are, they won't even celebrate a national holiday. In fact, they're using all these obscenities in connection with it. The Pima County people deleted the tweet, but they said, listen, we're deleting the tweet because we think that the name of the event is in poor taste. The meme is in poor taste, but we support the event. And interestingly, in the event, the Women's March people said, in effect, bring your shoes, water, lawn chairs, posters, and your anger. So this appears to be in part over the Supreme Court overturning the Roe decision. And in a strange way, it's also a grudging acknowledgement that the Supreme Court in doing this was affirming the principles of the founding. Because why else would you say F the Fourth? You say F the Fourth because you think the founding principles themselves are bad. After all, if you thought that the court was usurping its authority, and if you thought that the court was misreading the Constitution and misreading the Declaration of Independence, and then you would affirm the Fourth and accuse the Supreme Court of betraying the true principles of the founding. But no, I think the left realizes they don't like those principles. And this anti-Americanism, I think, was given a big boost by Obama. The anti-colonialism of Obama, the idea that somehow America as a nation is bad. It's had a bad influence in the world. Its wealth and power are bad. It needs to be scaled back. These currents were in the Democratic Party. Obama didn't invent them, but he highlighted them and he helped to exacerbate divisions that were already there, but he made them a lot worse. Now, very interestingly, I've seen some surveys that show that pride in America has gone down. And I suspect that pride in America has gone down not only on the left, but also on the right. Why? Because we too are wedded, or we too are committed to a certain view of America. In fact, we want an America in which the founding principles are alive and well. So to the degree that we move away from that America, and let's think about the America that we live in now. We want to celebrate, let's say, July 4th, and we say, well, let's sing the national anthem. Well, we don't really have a national anthem, do we? Lots of people on the left don't want to sing it. They refuse to. They want to take a knee. They want to make a protest against it. So it's not their anthem. They have voluntarily, you may say, jettisoned it. It's our anthem. We want to take a pledge to the flag, the American flag. Well, we have an American flag, but it's not really an American flag because there are lots of people in America who would rather burn the flag. They don't identify with the flag. In fact, to them, the flag is a symbol of injustice and oppression. So it's our flag, not their flag. And all of this is a way of saying that we have really our America and they have their America. Now, they're loyal and patriotic to that America. If they had their way and there was sort of not just abortion rights, but abortion subsidies, if essentially the gender differences are completely abolished, if the state controlled ultimately all the assets in the country and parceled it out the way that they wish, if you had, in a sense, the socialist paradise that the left is pushing for, they would be patriotic to that America. In fact, they would support the cops in that America. Why? Because the cops would essentially be gangsters with badges doing their bidding the way Hugo Chavez's cops and Maduro's cops do in Venezuela. So the point I'm trying to make is that in their America, we would lose our patriotism. Why? Because it would still be, quote, our country, but it would no longer be a place worth living in. It would no longer be a country that was exceptional. It would be actually, it's possible for a country not just to be exceptionally good, but it's possible for a country to become exceptionally bad. It's possible for a country to betray its founding ideals. And the question then becomes, why would you want to be a good citizen in a bad country? In fact, this is a question that goes all the way back to Aristotle. Aristotle basically says that you can't be a good citizen in a bad country. Why? Because the laws and mores of that country are actually making you bad. And so being a good citizen in a bad country is a little bit of a contradiction in terms. You're actually better off at that point rejecting your patriotism, perhaps moving away from that kind of a country, and certainly moving away spiritually from a country that not only no longer reflects your ideals, but now represents a repudiation of them.